clicked on this video today because you're sick of trying to please people and making it be an inconvenience for you. So today, we're gonna talk about why you shouldn't always be trying to please people, how you are going to stop doing that, and how this can all benefit you very well, and how you can still make people happy and, work with people on a basis of being the nice guy that you wanna be or the nice gal that you wanna be, doing the right thing, helping people out without burdening yourself, right? So a lot of us are people pleasers. We love to make people happy. We love to have people feel good about us. We love to, do nice things for people, even though we might not have, any sort of compensation for that, anything like that. And that over time will burden you. It will take away from your time. It will take away from your ability to spend time with people you love, do things you want to do. Oh my God, my hair looks crazy. Growing my hair out, it looks insane. But yeah, that is going to burden you over time. And generally, if you want to have a life that you control and a business that you control and be your own boss and be self-employed or whatever, just in general, be a person who's not constantly reliant on how other people think about you or how other people, perceive you or how other people, lean on you for things that you don't need to be leaned on for. You can live a free life. You could live away from that. You could, live working on your own terms and doing the things that you want to do and not having to answer to people, not having to do tasks that you feel like you don't need to do for other people just because you're trying to please them. So, let's talk about freeing you from that, because let's be honest, like I said, you want to have that free life and you don't want to feel like you're letting people down, but at the same time, you don't want to have to be everybody's Superman or Superwoman. You don't want to have to be the person that's doing everything for these people. First thing that I want to say about this is that people have a great way of adjusting when you give them expectations, right? So if you tell somebody, no, I can't do this, that is an expectation that you are setting, right? So once you set that expectation, that person is going to expect that you won't be able to do it. And yes, might it hurt to say no to these people, but I'll ask you this, will it hurt more to be stuck doing that thing, stuck, whatever, for that person because you're trying to please them, when in all actuality, you're not even gonna do it at your full effort because you don't care to do it, you don't wanna be there, you don't wanna be there, you're trying to just do it to please that person, and generally, you are going to half do it, and you don't wanna half do anything, right? I have a rule where it's like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no, right? Because you don't wanna be playing games so far as, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. People see you as wishy-washy, right? If it's not hell yes, it's no. And you have to stick with that, right? Because otherwise you're like giving people false hope. You're giving people false expectations. And that's what you're trying to avoid, is the false expectation. You want to give someone the full expectation that if you're not going to do something, you're not going to do it, and that's okay. Right? I'm here to tell you today as well that it is okay to not have to do everything for somebody, to not have to be everybody's Superman, to not have to, be the guy or the gal that's doing that thing every single time when you're not getting anything in return. You know what I mean? You deserve a good life. You deserve to be compensated. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel like that your time is being spent in a manner that is actually productive to you, your mental health, your physical health, and your life. So if you're in a position where you feel like that's not happening, then here we are, right? So essentially, give these people expectations. Tell them no. No is okay to say, and sometimes it's better to say no than to show up knowing that you're not going to do it at your full effort anyways because you don't want to be there. So that's the first thing, is setting those expectations. You know what I mean? When you set those expectations, people have a great way of adapting if you set the expectation, right? Next thing is that you need to stand strong on saying no. You cannot be wishy-washy. You can't be like, oh, maybe I'll do it. Like, if he doesn't do it, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Or like, I'll do it, but like, I got to do it another day. Like, if it's a no, it's a no. You know what I mean? Don't come back on your word. Don't be wishy-washy. If it's a no, it's a no. You know what your time is best spent doing. So don't spend your time doing something that you know is not the best spend of your time, right? We as human beings only have the currency, right? I guess aside from money, the currency of time, right? So if you're spending your time like it's dollars, are you wasting your dollars? You know what I mean? Are you wasting that time? Are you spending your dollars in ways that don't need it to be spent? You know, are you buying $50 worth of McDonald's every single day and then eating it? That's a double negative, bro. You know what I mean? So like, don't spend your time, your currency on somebody else who doesn't deserve it, doesn't compensate you for any reason. It's not worth it to you. Don't spend your time doing those things. Instead, focus on the things that, now I'm gonna help you get out of it, right? Focus on the things that you need to be doing. Those high priority tasks that I talk about in other videos that you are consistently doing. If somebody asks you to do something that's not worth your time, that you don't want to do, that whatever, I'm sorry, I have this to do at that time. I have my cold calls to make at that time. I'm gonna be on a run at that time. I'm sorry, I can't do that. And it's a no, because it's not a hell yes. So keep that in mind. You don't need to be everybody's Superman. You know what I mean? And this is the last thing that I want to say about this. I'm not the best at this either, okay? And I get so caught up in trying to please everybody. And I don't know why. You know what I mean? Because sometimes instead of trying to please these people, I end up making it worse because I'm like wishy-washy, I'm around the bush, I don't want to chat about it, I feel like I'm kind of hiding from the answer. You know what I mean? It's better to just be honest with these people, and it's also better to just, you need to know that you don't need anybody. You really don't. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a couple key people that you feel like are in your life right now, but take a step back and realize you don't need anybody. And once you get that feeling, you can essentially have anything you want. You could do anything you want. I got one of my agents texting me. So yeah, make sure that you're not being everybody's Superman, because you don't need to be everybody's Superman. You need to live a life knowing that you don't need anybody, because you don't need anybody. All you need is you. And once you realize that you have skills, services, products, ability, whatever, to create your own life, and once you take full responsibility for that, you will realize that you don't need anybody. You don't need anything. You just need you, your brain, and your skills, right? And that's gonna carry you. That's gonna carry you through your ability to win, your ability to be better, all of these things, I promise you. So stop trying to be everybody's Superman. Instead, be your own Superman. Instead, build a life for yourself. Instead, just don't be other people's Superman if you're not gonna fly 100 feet in the sky for them. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no, right? And if it's not gonna be a net positive for you, don't do it. It's really easy at the surface, but it's hard when you come down to that point where like, okay, it's time. So keep that in mind. Today, I don't want you to feel like that you need to be everybody's Superman, you need to please everybody, you need to do the unneeded tasks. Today, I want you to feel like you are a person who takes care of them. You are a person who relies on themselves. You are a person who doesn't need anybody because you deserve the world and you're gonna give yourself the world. Nobody's gonna bring that to you. So do that, feel that way, and you will win. I make new videos every day. My showing is here. Leave a comment down below if you liked this video. Leave a thumbs up if you wanna support me. Comment down below if you wanna chat. I love your comments. All my people in the comments, thank you. And subscribe if you wanna see more daily videos like this. Until next time, I gotta get on a showing, so I'll talk to you soon. Bye.